Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Space Between podcast. I'm Renae Lipsmeyer. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on these videos. Thanks again for watching. Hey guys, this is Renae Lipsmeyer with the Space Between podcast. We are here at the fourth stop on the United States tour for the Dave Matthews Band. We are in Southaven, Mississippi. So I'm going to let Karen, who's my camera woman today, I'm going to let her show you. We're in the pit today, so yay for us. I'm going to tell you a secret about Southaven, Mississippi that I'm going to guess most of you don't know, or most of you would be here, and here's why. We came here with no tickets, as we're doing with most of the shows, but we came here with no tickets, and we got pit tickets for $40. I am not joking you. We went to Vivid Seats, even with the fees that were like $6. We walked out paying some fees. I don't know, there was fees, but we paid $64 total for these tickets, and we walked right into the pit. There's not a lot of people in here. Yes, it may fill up, but my God, I would rather stand in the back of the pit for $40 than stand in the back and pay more than that. So, anywho, I am going to walk into the pit and see who we can find. Southaven, Mississippi again, stop 4. Okay, tell us what's your name and who are you, where are you from?
I'm Justin, last name SteRNA, from Wisconsin, from the land of beer and cheese.
Now, I know that you were at the Rogers show last night. How did you feel about the Rogers show?
I enjoyed the show. I've been to a decent amount of shows now, so for me it was enjoyable, a lot of momentum and a lot of excitement, especially if you're at the show. I think some people would maybe think it was more basic in terms of the set list, but being at the show is a lot different than not, easy to judge, and I think we got a lot more songs that we'll get on this album and previous that we'll get many times this tour, so just enjoy it.
Now, you were able to call a couple of openers for a couple of shows now. We're on show number 4. Do you have any wishes or thoughts on what the opener will be tonight?
I'm thinking recently today it's a Reach, so we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see if we've got a couple of people who are a little shy to be doing this, but it's a family reunion. It's like you know us already, right? So, but you're just going to remind us. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Cheyenne, and I'm from Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Philadelphia, Mississippi. So are you excited that they've chosen to come?
So excited. I think I saw him in Southaven 10 years ago, so it's been a long time.
Awesome. So now you've made a sign, so I want you to show our viewers. I bet you'll be able to guess the name of the song that she is wanting tonight. So tell us what you want to hear and if you have a why.
You Never Know has always been my favorite song, and it's helped me through a lot of hard times, and it just reminds you to always dream big and never stop dreaming, and always chase your dreams. And
Absolutely, and I think it's a great time to preach that message, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is the other side of your saying?
Well, I love Carter as well, so I'm hoping to lure him in and get a signature.
and a stick.
Right. I already have a set of sticks, but I'm trying to get one more. I don't know. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'll give it away. But I'm just trying to lure him in for the signature.
Well, thanks for telling us who you are.
Good to meet you. I'm Cheyenne.
Okay, so we're in Southaven, Mississippi. Small venue. Talk to me about what the pit looks like and what you've experienced. Like, I hear this is kind of a historical pit night because of the prices and the low crowd. So tell us what your thoughts are about that.
I would tell you that if you were ever looking for a pit, tonight's the night. $32 pit seats on Vivid Seats. I got 3 tickets with fees for $160. So not to mention there's about maybe 100 people here in the pit with an hour to go for the show.
Yeah, it was a good night. Like we said earlier, I got mine for $41 plus fees. We paid $63 out the door for this pit ticket. So if you've never thought of Southaven, Mississippi, I've only heard good things, small pit, easy, but easy to get into for a cheap price. So think about it for next time as you're traveling through the U.S. to see the Dave Matthews Band.
You're welcome. I must say it's a hidden gem for all those that want to come out to a show you haven't been to come to Mississippi.
Absolutely. Hey guys, here I'm with another fan in the Southaven, Mississippi pit. Tell us, I think we have someone that's been on the show a couple of times, maybe actually even helped me start the show?
Perhaps. It sounds familiar.
So tell us what your thoughts are about so far Southaven, Mississippi.
Well, we did a straight run through from Arkansas this morning, so it was a little bit of a rush to get here, but this looks like a lovely venue. The only thing is there's no cover, so I wouldn't want to be here in the rain, but it's a little warm, but the sun's starting to go down, but looks like about, 10,000 people here, so it shouldn't be too crazy, and the pit's big, but hoping to get a good Wednesday night show.
Oh.
And it's fun traveling with you and our girls. We're doing a road trip. Nashville's next stop, so hopefully we'll have a really good show tonight, and then the boys have a day off.
That's right. I know they need a day off, or they at least need a day to go to Nashville before all the crazies show up and have a good time in Nashville, because we know that Jeff is from Nashville, so we're interested to see if he's out and about on the strip anywhere, playing at a small venue. I mean, it's his home, so what do you think the chances are for Jeff to be out and about, or even some of the other guys from the band?
Yeah, it's totally possible. I've known him to be show up at a speakeasy or two. He loves collaborating with other musicians, we know that. But I think it's also going to depend on how grueling the schedule is, if he want to double book himself, in between tour shows. So we'll see. But
right. Well, they just
Music City, so that's for sure. There's
right. You can't ignore that, right? So we're expecting some great music. We know we're going to get great music. And if you haven't listened to the new album by the Dave Matthews Band, it just dropped on Friday, so be sure to check out Walk Around the Moon. How do you feel about the new album? Have you had time to really digest it yet?
Not as much time as I'd like to, but because I'm doing so many shows, my experience hearing it live is going to be edifying these songs in my mind more than having a chance to sit quietly and listen. But that's pretty been my whole Dave Matthews life. I mean, I hear live music. Before I even bought the CDs, I heard live music, so we'll see. But
well, thank you again. I look forward to
really good. The new album's really solid.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's one of those that's going to take some digesting for sure.
Some digesting, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy the show.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later. We're on the road with Suzanne anyways.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, hey guys, this is Renae from the Space Between podcast. I am Renae Lipsmeyer. So we are here in Southaven, Mississippi, and I'm to the delirious point where I do have to have notes every time I do this, because I'm partying like a rock star following a band, which is a dream of mine. So thank you for listening to this podcast. This podcast is about the fans of the Dave Matthews Band, not the Dave Matthews Band. So let me set that straight in case you don't know. So it's wild and crazy, and we talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So if you are offended easily, don't fucking listen to my podcast, because you're about to get offended. Okay. Also, let's see, where are we? We're in Southaven, Mississippi, which is number 4 stop of the U.S. tour for the Dave Matthews Band. We had an amazing intro song, Pig, and then one of my personal favorites, Come On, Come On, Sweet, Madman's Eyes. Shout out to Andy Mendoza for putting up the set list on this side of me, so you'll be able to, no, you don't even have to move the camera. It's going to be like right here. Ooh, it's magic. The set list is right here now. Okay, so Sweet, Madman's Eyes, Crush, All You Ever Wanted Was Tomorrow, Warehouse, Looking for a Vein, Gray Street with the third verse, as we've been getting for the last couple years. The Space Between, again, another shout out to my podcast. So thanks, Dave. A girl can dream, right? It can happen. Line our graves. I'm getting kicked out. We'll continue. Okay, so we literally got we burned it down, like we shut it down. That's how hard we partied tonight here in Mississippi. Stop 4 of the U.S. tour. So now we are in the parking lot watching all the people leave the Dave Matthews Band. And honestly, like, I know I'm looking rough, but I'm feeling fucking amazing. So the show was great. I mean, it was a great set list. I know that, maybe I'm the only one that fucking enjoyed it, but honestly, that's sometimes all I care about. Like, I had a great time. I think everyone else did. We have a lot of songs that were not expected. And so thanks again for listening to this podcast. We're leaving Mississippi. We're headed to Nashville, where there is a Night Zero party. Thursday night. It's kind of, I'm losing track of time here. We're just like going with the band, and I can see where you again could just be delirious. But again, we're chasing our dreams and we're having a fucking blast. And when we're 90, we're gonna look back at this and be like, I'm so fucking glad we did that, because we're making memories. And that's what Dave Matthews Band's songs talk about, is positivity, chasing your dreams, doing what you love, because what? That ultimately makes you what? Happy and a nicer person and better. And so we're chasing those dreams. We just want to make a difference in this world. And so we're going to talk about the fans of the Dave Matthews Band. So we'll see you soon in Nashville at Night Zero Party. Peace, love, and Dave Matthews Band.